Hi everyone, I'm doing this a slightly different way today, so it all looks different, but I think it's working. If you are here, give me a quick sort of thumbs up. It's all changed, it's all changed. So hopefully you can see me and hear me. Um, this new way, I have no way of telling if anyone's watching, so anyway, you're probably here watching it after 12 anyway. So this is Power Yoga, 45 minutes. Normally I teach this class on a lunchtime in Nuffield Health in the City of London. Really busy classes, and everyone's really quite good. So it's one of my favourite classes of the week to teach. And we're going to go today and have a look at a few different things today. It's going to be difficult because I can't see you, but I'll try and be really clear in my instructions so you can give everything a go. And just waiting for it to tick over to 12 o'clock. Hi, Debs. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Normally I have a little eye and it tells me how many people are watching, and I don't have that. So it's probably best I don't know, actually. Anyway, so this is Power Yoga, 12 o'clock on Friday, and let's begin. We're going to start standing up today on the mat. Again, I can't really see what's going on here. Hi, Jackie. Okay, so let's start standing, and we are going to start standing on the mat. Oh, thanks, guys. 4 people are watching. Brilliant. All right, so we're going to have the feet about hip width apart. Knees are soft, hands by your sides. Close your eyes. And we'll start by taking some deep breaths. Letting your shoulders drop down, away from your ears. And finding a softness in your jaw. And then all together, take an inhale through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose. Last time, breathing in. And let everything out. Continue to breathe through your nose, eyes closed. And really feel your feet on the mat and make sure that you're standing evenly on both feet. And then start to see if you can draw taller. So pull in the belly, lift, almost stretch up from the crown of the head, imagining you're being pulled up by an invisible thread. A little drawing in from behind the belly button, tailbone straight down towards the floor. Take one more breath. Checking the facial muscles are soft. And then blink, open your eyes. And let's start by raising the arms up, lifting up out of the waist, finding a tiny back bend, pulling in the belly, keeping the tailbone long and grounding down through your feet. And then sweep the arms out to either side and roll down to your standing forward fold. Knees are soft. Let your head go. Tip the weight forwards. Take opposite elbows and hold it here, making any movements you like to help warm up the body, get into your hamstrings. Reach behind, interlock the fingers, stretch the arms away, reach the arms up and over the head. Get the feeling your tailbone is scooping up to the floor, pulling in the lower belly and lengthening over your legs. Take another breath, and then make sure your knees are soft. Lead with the chest to bring yourself all the way back up to standing. And then raise the arms, look towards the ceiling, bring the palms together. Exhale, dive forward, hands towards the floor. As you inhale, lengthen, flatten your back, and then set your hand, step or jump to your plank and lower down. Take an inhale, cobra or up dog, and then exhale to downward facing dog. Stretch through the fingers, work the heels down towards the floor, and again, pedal out the heels here, make any movements that you like to help get into your body today. Take one more breath like this. And then bring yourself into a high plank, shoulders over the wrists, making sure you're a straight line. Raise your right leg and point the toe. Hold it here. Push down through the arms, pull in the belly. And then change over. Right leg down, left leg up, point through the toes. If you're feeling fancy, keep the leg lifted, soften the elbows. And come all the way down onto your belly. Reach behind, interlock the fingers, stretch the arms, chest rises. Push down through your feet, squeeze your bum, and keep the back of the neck long. One more breath. And then release the arms, roll over your knees, come back to downward facing dog. One more breath here. And then on an inhale, lift up your right leg, hold it here. Keep the hips parallel so we're not twisting. Push down through both hands. Left heel draws down to the floor. Kick out through your right heel, squeeze the bum. And then bring the knee to the right elbow, right knee to right elbow. Really work the abdominals. Lift up on your inhale. Exhale, knee across to the left elbow and hold. Make sure the shoulders are over the wrists. Lift up. And then place the right foot in between the hands. Keep the left hand down, lift your right arm for a twist. Kick out through your left heel, make sure you're pushing down through the ball of your front foot. Pull in the belly, make sure you're not dumping down into your left hand too much. One more breath. Brilliant. Hands down, sweep your right leg back up. Keep it lifted, coming into your three-legged plank. And lower down onto your belly. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Left side, raise your left leg, hold it here. Flex the foot, push down with both hands and draw your heel down towards the floor. Pull in the belly, push down through the hands. And then take your left knee to your left elbow. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, knee across to the right elbow. Pause. And then straighten up. And then left foot in between the hands as lightly as you can. And then twist the other way. Left hand reaches up. Legs are strong. Kick back through your heel. Push down through the ball of your left foot. Reach up out of your right wrist. One more breath. And then sweep the left leg up. Place your left hand down. And then come into your three-legged plank. See if you can hover with your chest off the floor. And then come up to upward facing dog. Push down through the hands. Stretch along out of your lower back. And then roll back. Downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths. And then look forward, soften your knees, step or lightly jump the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, reach up tall, look to the hands, open the chest. And then exhale, hands come down. Let's do a variation on B now. So bend your knees and inhale, Utkatasana. Tip the weight into your heels. Squeeze the knees together. Exhale, hands to the floor. Let your head go. Inhale, halfway lift. Set your hands, step or jump to your plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Take a moment, stretch through the fingers, stretch the chest towards the thighs. Next inhale, raise your right leg, point the toe. Place the foot between the hands. Make sure you drop your left heel, come up, warrior one. Front knee deeply bent. Lift up out of the waist, hold it here. And look towards the ceiling. Stretch up through your fingers, shoulders down. Deeply bend your front knee. One more breath. Strong legs here. And then set your hands down. Step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Other side, raise the left leg, inhale. Exhale, place it through, right heel comes down. Hold, warrior one. Deep bend in the front knee, shoulders down. Keep your breath moving. Really push down with your feet, one more breath. And then hands either side of your front foot, step back to plank and lower down. Cobra or up dog as you inhale. And exhale, take a breath or two in downward facing dog. Okay, raise your right leg, inhale. Exhale, sweep it through, come to warrior two. So legs are quite far apart, your front knee's over the ankle. Arms are extended, turn the head to face the right. One more breath in, Virabhadrasana 2. And then take the elbow to the knee and sweep the left arm up and over. Shoulder tucking back into its socket. Connect with your front foot, push down through the foot. See if you can raise your right arm. Make sure you're not stressing out your groin. If it's too much, elbow comes back down. Keep drawing your left shoulder back, your right shoulder forward. One more breath. Brilliant, hands down. Step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift up your left leg, inhale. Place it through as you exhale and come to warrior two on the other side. Set your feet. Your left heel is in line with your right instep. Front knee over the ankle, drop your shoulders. One more steady breath. And then elbow to knee, sweep the arm over the head, tuck the shoulder in. Connect with your front foot, perhaps you're lifting up the left arm. Really try and square your chest to the front. One more breath. And then hands down, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And then exhale, down dog or maybe child's pose. Take a couple of breaths. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then look forward, soften your knees, step or jump your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the hips. Raise the arms, Utkatasana. And then straighten up. And bring your hands down into the center line. Take a moment here, close your eyes. Take some full and steady breaths, even everything out. And then release the arms. Inhale, Utkatasana, raise up. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump to plank and lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's come into side plank. So make sure you stack your right shoulder over your right wrist. Your right hand is directly below the shoulder. Come onto the sides of the feet and lift up your left arm. Loads of different options here, as always. You can use the elbow instead of the hand. You can drop your bottom knee. You can lift up your top leg. One more breath. Good. Bring the hands down and lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's do the other side. Coming forward, shoulder over wrist. Bring the hand to the center of the mat and come into side plank. So lift the hips up, pull in the belly, feel really strong and secure. Look up if you feel okay. One more breath. And then place the hand down, lower down. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take some breaths here or in child's pose. And then look forward, soften the knees. Step or jump feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt over the legs. Drop the hips, raise the arms. Utkatasana. And then straighten up. Exhale, hands down. Good, let's come to triangle, Utthita Trikonasana. So you want your right foot pointing out to the side, your left foot at this little angle. I really can't catch my breath today. Open your arms, turn to look to the right, take the body over, and then windmill the arms. Straight line between the hands. Today, we're bringing the left hand into the small of the back, or if you can reach, bring the hand around into the thigh. Left shoulder back, right shoulder forward, and we're looking up. Push down through your feet, and then there's no weight really going out in your right hand. One more breath. Good, release the left arm and bring yourself back up. Let's go the other way, swap your feet. Find your setup, so hips and shoulders are always square to the front. Reach over to the left, windmill the arms. Before you move that arm, reach up, make sure you're opening your right shoulder back, and then bring it around, and wherever you can find for your hand. And again, if it's stressful for your neck, you can stay so that your head is in a straight line, or you can even look down at your front foot. Always remember to breathe. One more breath. And then bring yourself all the way back up. Release the arms, lovely. Prasarita, so toes turned in, legs bouncy, hands on the hips. Open the chest, look up on your inhale. And then exhale, dive forward. Bring the hands to the feet and hook your big toes with your index finger and your middle finger. Seal the mudra off with your thumb, so you're making a connection between the tips of the fingers and the thumb. Elbows out to either side. So look forward, create more length, and then elbows out as you draw the chest through the legs. Let your head go. Tip the weight a little bit into your feet, so you'll feel the pressure on your fingers. Tailbone is reaching straight up to the ceiling. One more breath. Good. We're going to keep the body where it is. So bring your hands to the floor, so you're on your fingertips. So bring them forward so you can create space and length through your back. Knees can be a little bit soft if the hamstrings are very tight. Take your left hand right underneath your nose. If possible, you can come onto the palm. If it's very uncomfortable, you might want a block or something like that. And then reach up with your right arm. So you don't want your hips to move here. Try and keep the hips where they were. So it's really a spinal twist. Keep looking up towards the top hand. One more breath. And then swap over. So right hand down. Keep the hips square, make sure they've not moved. And then left hand up. Keep the hips where they are, so you're really twisting from your back. And then bring the hand back down. Take a moment, again, hang forward, let the head go. You can take opposite elbows here as well if you like, and just become a ragdoll. Good, and then bring your hands onto your hips, soften your knees, and lead with your chin and your chest, so you're coming up with a flat back. Good, and then release. I'm getting all sorts of notifications. Okay, all right, so let's do another. So feet are wide, toes turned in, interlock the fingers, reach the hands away, look up, exhale, forward fold, hands over the head. See if you can draw the weight forward slightly. Bring the arms up and over. Last breath. And then lead with your chest to bring yourself all the way back up. Good. Release the arms. Bring your feet together. Shake it all out. Good. How are we doing? Lovely. All right, let's have a look at baby dragonfly today. So, as I said at the start, I can't see you, so I'm going to try and give really clear instructions. So this one today, the first side, the weight is on your right foot and your left hand. So bring your left hand a little bit wider than where your right foot would go and come up onto the fingertips. Now take your left knee and tuck it into the back of your right knee. And then you're bringing your foot out to the side. If you can, you're holding on to the little toe side of your foot. If that's not an option, you can hold on to your calf. If you have got the foot, we're going to take more weight now into the left hand and aim your left hip for your left wrist and stretch out through the leg. And then you might find your chest can come and hover. So you're hovering. Really flex the left foot. I don't know if anyone's doing it, but yes, well done. Very good. And then delicately plop onto your bottom. So this is the position. If you didn't get there, you can always try from here. So you're crossing your right foot over your left, the left hand is down, and see if you can reach your foot. If you can, then you know that it's a matter of your weight distribution and also trusting. So if you can lift that foot up, then you're all good. Some people I can't, can come into it like this as well, but I can't do that. Let's try the other side. So, starting from standing, this time we're going to take the right hand down to the floor, bend your right knee, tuck your left knee into the back. So you're really pushing into that leg quite a lot. I've done this. Oh, sorry. So yeah, you're crossing your right knee behind your left. This is just like a normal class, isn't it? It feels normal. All right, right knee behind the left, right hand on the floor. See if you can grab the foot, stretch through. And then the kind of trick of it is to bring your bum down towards the floor, but not touch. And then you bend at the elbow and hover. So again, give it a couple of goes. If you have done it, send me a photo at some point. That would be fun. And again, if you didn't make it, you can come down and have a go reaching for the foot, hand and foot. And I think there's a lot of sort of rolling and lifting to get into it from that way. Woo! Okay, good. All right, let's do some core strengthening. So, come to sit on your mat. Make sure you've got space behind you. And let's come into Navasana, your boat. So feet together, knees together, hold the legs, straighten up through your spine. We're going to do a few of these, so pace yourself. Look straight forwards, relax your face. Squeeze the knees together. If you want more, release the arms. Keep your legs bent for now, just because we're going to do quite a lot of these. Take one more breath. And then round at the back, tuck your chin, take your knees and roll backwards. Take a moment rocking side to side. And then feet together, knees together. Hold the knees. Come to rock up onto your tailbone. Make sure you're looking after your back. So always round your spine when you're rolling. And hopefully you've all got yoga mats or something to protect yourself. Holding it here in Navasana. Again, you might want to straighten the legs. If you're going full out, straighten your legs. I'm not today. For some reason, it's not working for me. Straighten up through the chest. Stretch through your fingers. One more breath. And then round the back, tuck the chin, hold the knees, roll back. Gently rock left, right, left, right. Take a deep breath. Feet together, knees together. This time try it without holding the knees. So straighten up through the arms. Roll up, balance on the sit bones. Come straight to the posture. Squeeze in and lift up, raise the arms. Take deep breaths. Make sure you can breathe as fully as you can. Lengthen the front of the body, pull in the belly. Make sure your back is okay. If it's hurting, then go back to holding the knees. One more breath. Good, bend the knees, tuck the chin, roll back. Gently rock left and right. Good stuff. Feet together, knees together. Stretch up the arms again, come straight to the posture, hold it. Draw in and lift. From here, bend your knees. Hook your big toes with your index finger, middle finger, seal it off with the thumb. Allow the spine to round while you're setting up, just for a bit of release. And then we're going to straighten the spine. You might find you can straighten your legs as well. Keep the feet together, keep hold of your feet, your big toes. The knees might be bent if flexibility doesn't allow, that's fine. And then again, we're going to roll back. So you do need a bit of movement in the knees to physically be able to do this. We're going to roll back and touch the floor behind with the feet. So just check you've got some space. So rolling back, feet come to the floor, behind you perhaps, and then come back, keeping hold of the toes, lifting the legs up. Let's try again. Soften the knees, rolling back. Make sure you're really rounding your back. And then come back. Whee! Good. This time, let's try it with the legs wide. So it's a little bit more challenging. Make sure the knees have some movement. That will really help. So start by lengthening. Inhale. And then roll back. Feet come behind you. Perhaps they touch the floor. And then roll back. Legs are extended. Good. It helps to bend the knees. Let's try again. Rolling back. And coming back to the middle. Big smile always helps. Laugh out loud if you need to. It's just silly. And then relax. Very good. All right, let's come into Paschimottanasana. So stretch your legs out in front of you. Sit up on something if it's helpful. Untuck your bum. Flex the feet. Raise the arms. And hinge forward. If you know another way you prefer to get into it, please do. Keep the front of the body long. Shoulders away from the ears. And fold over the legs. It's always fine to bend your knees. Each inhale, create length, and each exhale, soften. Take one more breath. And then lead with the chest to bring yourself all the way back. Good. Hands behind you, fingertips forward, puff out the chest. We'll come into Purvottanasana. So if this is enough, stay here. If you want more, really draw your shoulders together. Feet together, point your toes and lift up. Squeeze your bum and see if it feels okay on your neck to let your head drop back. So you're puffing out the chest, lifting the hips up, squeezing your bum. One more breath. And then slowly come back down to seated. Lovely. Let's take the soles of the feet together. Knees out to either side. Hold your feet. Sit up tall and close your eyes. Take steady breaths in and out through your nose. One more breath. And then gently come out of the posture. Release your legs. Give them a shake out and we'll come into a twist. So let's take the right leg over the left knee. Flex the foot. You might want to stay here if your knees don't like bending back. If it is an option, lean to your left. Fold your bottom leg, your left leg back. And bring your sit bone and your heel so that they're together but you're not sitting on your foot. Push down through the foot here. Straighten up your spine, twist to your right. So take your right hand behind your back, either hug the knee or you might be able to hook the elbow. Some of you might want to bind. It depends on your shoulder flexibility and the length of your arms. So if you take your left hand through the gap in the knee, reach around with your right hand, you might find you can clasp your hands together. And then lift up tall and look over your right shoulder. One more breath. And then unravel. Take both hands to the other side for a counter twist. Tuck your chin. Almost get that feeling of doing a little push-up. And then release. Let's do the other side. So give your legs a shake out. This time the left foot crosses over. If you do it on the other side or you want to give it a go, fold your right leg back. Make sure you can sit on both sit bones. And you can push down through the ball of your left foot, flex your right foot, either way, if it's straight or bent, active through the left or right foot. And then here we go. So whatever variation you like, you can hug the knee, reach behind you, hook the elbow, reach behind you, or find your bind. So again, you're funneling your hand through the gap, and you might find that not today obviously, you might find that you can take your hands and look over your left shoulder. Keep drawing tall on your inhale and twisting on your exhale. Last breath. And then bring both hands to the other side for your counter twist. And then back up to the center. For our back bend today, we're going to do Ustrasana, the camel. So again, I can't see you, so I'm going to give really clear instructions, hopefully, so you can come into it. So this one, we're on the knees. So if you have a hard floor or if you don't have a mat, make sure your knees feel okay. So you want to have a straight line from your knees to your hips. And then we're going to start off, we're doing 3 of these. So the first one, tuck your toes under. Take your hands onto your back. If it's an option, the fingers point up the back. So it's okay to get into this one, just getting out. When we come out, just be really careful not to make any sudden movements and leave your head till last. So I'll explain as we go. So lift up out of the chest, push the hands into the lower back. And then imagine you're lifting up and over something. Squeeze the elbows together, push your hips forwards, and then look up and over with your head. And then breathe as fully as you can. So this one's really intense, but it does feel really good after you've done it. One more breath. And then very carefully draw the hips back, sit on your heels, let the arms go, and then very gently bring your chin to your chest. And take some deep breaths into the back of the body. So inhale, and you can sigh out through your mouth. And then we're going to do another variation. So some people find this next variation less intense than the one we just did. So give it a go. So again, we're tucking the toes under. Again, always imagine you're leaning forward. So try not to collapse into your lower back. So everything's up and over. Tip your hips forward. Backstroke your arms so that you're taking hold, perhaps, of your heels. And do the backstroke action simply because I can't see you, and it's just a much safer way to check you're getting into it correctly. And then squeeze your shoulder blades, hips forward. Check that the neck is happy to hang back. Keep squeezing your bum and hips draw forward. And then keep your head back, but walk the hands up the legs. Draw the hips back, sit on your feet, and then tuck the chin into the chest. Take a moment. Breathe into the back of the body. If it's too much, then sit the next one out and rest in child's pose. If you want to do the final one, go ahead. You can do either of those 2. If you think you can do more, then keep your feet flat. And then again, we're backstroking, taking hold of the heels. So you just have a little bit further to go this time. Once you've got your feet, draw forwards, head hangs. And then breathe as fully as you can. And when you're ready to come out, keep the head back, walk the hands up. Draw the hips back, bum to the heels, chin to your chest, and breathe into the back of the body. And then take child's pose. So reaching forward with the arms. You might want to take your knees a bit wider, big toes touch, and let your head rest on the floor of the mat. Take a big breath in and out. And then start to walk the hands back all the way. My plan was to do teddy bear now, so if you feel that's all too much, I realise it's been quite an intense session, well, heads for me, then you can come into shoulder stand. If you want to try the teddy bear, I'll give really clear instructions. So you want to fold your mat into 4. If you don't have a mat, then use a towel or something folded up just to cushion your head. So your mat is in quarters. Okay, I'm trying to find the right angle for this. So you want to bring your hands, spread the fingers. So watch first before you attempt it. So fingers spread, the wrist is in line with the bottom fold of your mat. And then the very top of your head is going to the top fold. So it's quite a way away, your head to your hands. That's the most important part of this, because it gives you a nice base, a really steady, firm base. So you're taking the very top of your head. So if you want to balance a book on your head, where you feel the book is, that's where your headstand is. So take your head down to the mat. Draw your elbows in. So you've got a right angle in the elbows. And come up into down dog legs. And hold it here. And see how you feel with weight on your head. So that's stage 1. And then if you feel like, okay, this is all right, I can get used to this, start to walk forwards. And you might want to balance one knee on the back of one arm. That's why it's important the elbows draw in. And then if that's okay, you might want to lift up the other foot. So there are loads of places to stop and have and rest and pause and see if you want to take it to the next level. And then if you're there, the knees can come in. But I'll talk you through all that again. And then you rest in child's pose. So head at the top, hands at the bottom. You want a triangle with the hands. Make sure your hands are shoulder width apart. If you're really uncomfortable, you might want to do it with the wall in case you feel, but the worst thing will happen is you'll do a forward roll, which is fun. So top of the head on the mat, elbows in, down dog legs. Get used to the weight being in your head. That might be enough. Perhaps one knee can rest on the back of one arm. And then if that's okay, try the other side. And then see if you can lift up the other. And then even the weight out. So your hands are taking quite a lot of weight. Big toes touch, and then perhaps the knees draw in. And I have no idea if you guys are still doing it or if you've given up. But rest in child's pose when you've had a go. And take some deep breaths. And then very slowly bring yourself back up to kneeling. As always, any questions, do let me know. I have a lot of time these days, so if you want to have a one-to-one or any questions, please do feel free. All right, so let's straighten out the mats, and we will do shoulder stand as well, just because it's a nice counterbalance for headstand and anything like that. So come to lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock left and right. And then bring the legs up towards the ceiling. And take your hands onto your back, legs in the air. As always, if shoulder stand is inappropriate, then you can lie with your legs up the wall or lie with your legs in the air. You shouldn't really take it if you're pregnant or if you've got high blood pressure. Take a few more breaths with your legs up in the air. And then let's come into plow. So feet come towards the floor behind you. Interlock the fingers. If your feet touch the floor, reach the hands away. If not, stay holding onto your back. Please don't move your head once you're in shoulder stand and plow. And then very slowly start to unroll. Knees soften as you come down. And then let's come into Matsyasana, the fish. So set your feet, lift your hips, sit on your hands. Straighten out the legs, feet together, toes pointed. Lift the shoulders up to the ears. Push into your elbows. Tuck the elbows in and puff out your chest. Head drops back. If you're still energetic, lift the legs, squeeze the feet together, point the toes. Puff out your chest. One more breath. And then gently untuck and bring the knees up into the chest. Rock left and right. Bring the legs straight up into the air. Squeeze them together. We'll just work the abs quickly before Shavasana. So if you know you've got lower back pain, or you're one of the less intense versions, sit on your hands. If not, hands down by your side. You can also bend your knees if you want less. Pull in the belly, make sure your lower back is neutral on the floor. And we're going to lower the legs for a count of 10. So keep squeezing them together, pulling in the belly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're losing sight of your feet now. 5, 4. You want to go slowly, the lower they get. 3, 2. Feet are hovering above the floor. 1, and then bring them straight back up. Hug the knees in. Gently rock. Make sure you really allow your abdominals to soften. Make big circles. Well done. And then we'll finish off with a nice deep twist. So hug your right knee in, stretch your left leg away. Use your left hand to draw your right knee across the body towards the floor. Hold it down and then reach back out with your right arm. Turn the head towards the right. Breathe into the ribs. So you're grounding your right shoulder down at the same time, drawing your knee across towards the left. One more breath. And then come back up to the middle. Take a moment, realign the spine, make sure it's straight left and right, top to bottom. And then hug the left knee in, straighten the right leg out. Right hand takes the knee across, left arm stretches out. Turn the head to the left. Draw the knee down to the floor. One more breath. One more breath after that. Good. And then back up to the middle. Give yourself a big squeeze. Bring the forehead up. And then come into Shavasana. Any position you like, lying on your back, where you can completely let go. Close your eyes. Check your shoulders and neck, excuse me, are in a comfortable position. And then all together, big inhale. And let it all out through the mouth. Again, big inhale. Let it all out. Last time, inhale. And let everything out. Good, and close your eyes. And give your body a really well-earned, well-deserved rest. And know that being able to let the body go, let it relax, is just as important as exercising and keeping it limber. So really find that sense of letting go, that sense of surrender. And tune into the body. So often we're gripping certain areas without realizing. So try and work out where that is for your body, whether it's your throat, your heart, the internal organs, the pelvic area, however you want to name it, label it, really let go. And start to notice the sensation of the breath coming in and out of your nose. And visualize the air coming in as a cool, silvery blue stream. And then each exhale, almost like grey smoke, really dark. You want to imagine you're breathing in light, calmness, peace, serenity. And then anything negative is coming out on the exhale. Take one more really mindful breath. And then start to make tiny movements. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Bring your body back to life. Find a big stretch. Kick out the legs. Make an arch with your lower back. And then very carefully make your way to your one side. And then pushing up till you end up in a seated, cross-legged or kneeling position. Palms together, eyes are closed, shoulders drawing down. Sit up as tall as you can and allow your mouth to form a gentle smile. And take the prayer to your forehead for loving thoughts, to your mouth for loving words, and to your heart for a loving heart. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. A few out-of-the-box things in there today, just to keep you all on your toes. As always, there's the Shop Now button if anyone would like to make a donation. Thank you so much to those of you who have already. And yes, and thank you. And have a lovely day and weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Let me know you've done the class, so click like or make a comment.